Happy Wednesday! My name is Priscilla Moy, and you are watching your favorite TV show of the week, which is The Hot Seat with Priscilla. We are live here at Social Media Shows every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and we come to you live in real time. So there's no editing. You can watch it while it happens, and it'll be the same if you watch it later on. So we have the best guests every single week that come on to my show and sit in the hot seat. We dig into the story, we dig into who they are, what they're doing, and why everyone should know them here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Today I'm going to present to you an amazing person. It shows off what Las Vegas really is about, which is you not only have to be one thing. You can be both. You can be artistic, but you can be absolutely a businesswoman out here working, doing all of these amazing things. And I love showing this off because Las Vegas is such a city, and you hear this every week. I tell this to you guys. I love this city. I love what it stands for, and I love the people it brings in, because you don't have to be someone that you're not. Not saying that you don't run into them, but you can come here with tons of opportunity. You can do whatever you want to do, and no one's looking at you funny. It's a city of opportunity, basically, which is why I'm here, which is why I'm even talking to you. So, which is absolutely amazing, and I love having those types of people here on this show. So when we come back from the break, I'm going to have the beautiful, the amazing Dr. Linda Woodson here sitting on this seat, because she's not only a doctor, which already is impressive enough. I don't even need to ask for anything else, but she is an amazing singer, and she's got so much to tell you about her story and her journey, and I cannot wait to get into it. So make sure to stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I will see you after the break.
This show is brought to you by Modern Word Ministries.
I can already feel you judging me, and not for what I've done in the past, but for what I'm about to do. I had what mattered, and I got careless. Like, I don't deserve more. I don't deserve sympathy. I don't deserve to be here.
Where the hell are you? Why aren't you answering your phone?
Jenna! What is the matter with you?
Someone once told me, you may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you're somebody's shot of whiskey.
Excuse me, ma'am. My car ran out of gas and I left my wallet at home. Could you please spare a couple dollars so I can refuel my vehicle?
I literally have nothing.
What's it gonna take to get you to join the program?
Get about the dog! If Jesus wanted you to have a dog, he would have blessed you with a foal and a leash now, wouldn't he?
Social Media Shows is a production company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer these services. We've been streaming shows live in real time for over 4 years on major social media platforms, and also on our website socialmediashows.com. And we are now on Roku TV. We welcome you to have your own show on our TV network. Call us 651-955-8743 or email us at admin@socialmediashows.com.
Hi guys, we are back on the hot seat with Priscilla. My name is Priscilla Moy. I'm here from you live here at Social Media Shows, live in studio on your favorite day of the week, which is Wednesday, and your favorite TV show. So we actually have one guest. It's going to be a very special, very intimate interview, and I cannot wait to get into it. So we are going to be here with a dermatologist, a singer, a very, very, very educated woman, and someone with lots of talent for writing and for the arts. So everyone, please welcome Dr. Linda Woodson. Hi, beautiful. You look amazing. We're matching.
I know, we're so coordinated.
Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
The arm brace, the dress, everything's amazing.
Thank you.
So welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So we have a lot to unpack here, and I can't wait to get into it. So first and foremost, you're originally, you're here for singer, but let's start with the basics. So you're a doctor, a very educated woman. You went to school in California, you went to school in Massachusetts, correct?
For undergrad, I went to Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and for med school, I came back to California and went to University of Southern California med school.
And that's amazing. So what really was the start for you? What said, okay, med school is for me?
Well, my mother. She's the one. When I was very young, when I started, I think, kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher told my mother, she's smart. And so that was all my mother needed to hear. So she just said, you're going to be a doctor. And so she put that in my brain very early. So I never really thought that I would do anything else, even though I loved music, I loved singing, and I had this very creative side. In my mind, I was given an assignment to be a doctor, and so that's what I did.
Okay, so the music, that's always been a part of your life. What really drew you to it? Did you keep it as a hobby? Were you involved in school choirs or anything like that?
All of that. So I always was drawn to the choir, and my mother, she had a strong influence. So as I was going through school, I wanted to join the choir, and she was like, no, you have to play the flute in the band. So I played the flute in the band. I was that kid, but then eventually she kind of gave in, and I started doing more choral work, and then I started doing some musical theater once I got into college.
That's amazing. So you have instrument background, so you know how to play certain instruments, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I never studied something to the degree that I got really proficient. Like I took piano for years, and then I'd stop and then start up again. So I can play a little bit. I can understand chord structure. But I haven't got to the point where I can accompany myself, which is a huge regret for me. I would love to be able to sing and play the piano.
But the great thing is having a musical background when it comes to actual instruments and things, you learn kind of the fundamentals of music.
Yes.
So it kind of leads you to do more kind of with that knowledge, the underground lining of certain things that you can have, if you can grow on that kind of in a way. You're not so, let's just willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Right?
So you understand, if you're the major and minor chords and that sort of thing,
So when you, going into med school, did you enjoy this? Was this something that you were just like, I can see myself doing this, but I always kind of regretted not going towards music? Or do you think that was a great way for you to?
In hindsight, I mean, I think that there was definite benefit of having a stable career. And one of the reasons why I chose dermatology was, the lifestyle. And, as a student, you rotate through different things, and you do a little surgery, and you do this and that. And I felt very much at home when I did a dermatology rotation. So that's, I found a lot of satisfaction in pursuing dermatology. And I love what I do. I love the environment and really helping people. But the music part never left me. Yeah. And so I would always try to do something. I always try to dabble in this or, a little choir, church choir here or something to stay with it.
Oh, that's good. That you beat me to, because I was going to say, why dermatology? Because I have a lot of friends that are in the medical field, whether they're nurses or they go into more of the laboratory or they literally have residencies. And so I hear all these different things depending on the field. So I was like, dermatology, do you have always had a love for that as well? Because, sometimes they do. They have some sort of personal reason why they go towards it. And you kind of beat me to it. So that's amazing. So now you have your own practice.
Yes.
Correct? And that's opened up kind of you being kind of like the boss, and it also has free time. And so did you intend on keeping music professionally at a level where you're performing? when you were doing this? Before you knew what was going to happen, were you like, okay, should I give it up? Or I'm just going to still, on my downtime, still continue to do it?
Well, I would say that being an owner of a practice, I mean, it could go either way. And in the beginning, in establishing a practice, it takes a lot of work. And, you're the last one to go home at times and the first one to come in, and you're working weekends. And plus I have, 3 children. So as they grew older, it allowed me a little more flexibility. But in my mind, I never thought that I would give up music, but there were times in my life where it did have to really be on hold, particularly when my kids were small and I was involved in their activities. So as they grew older, it gave me a little more flexibility to audition for that community theater show. And so I might do that once a year or, be in the church choir, So it gave me a little bit of freedom here and there as time would allow.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been in Vegas now?
Next year will be my 30th year in Las Vegas.
Okay, so you've been here a long time.
Yes.
You love it, I hope.
It's I love it, and it's like, where else would I go? Where would I go to have what we have here?
So. I mean, if you didn't, you would have already figured that out, and you would have probably moved
And there was a time
else,
when my kids were going off to college. I was like, am I going to stay? But like, where would I go? This is home.
Yeah. So, have you continuously been performing prior to coming here too, or did you really start doing it again when you moved here?
I would say at the level that I'm doing now, I'm definitely doing a lot more now.
Okay.
When I was in school, particularly like med school, I found this one little lounge in North Hollywood because I trained in LA, and they had an open mic. And first of all, I was nervous. I was really scared to death. And I never really had that confidence of a person who may be trained professionally. Maybe they went to school, like an art school where they did, voice or whatever. So I had little lessons here and there, and I did have some very good instructors, but I never had that confidence. So when I started performing, I was always like on the same stage as people that maybe traveled and they worked on cruise ships and they did background for this famous person, and so I was always very apprehensive and nervous. So that part has really become a journey for me, or was a journey, and I'm still, getting better at it. But after a while, you learn that everyone has something different to bring. Everyone's got a different sound, and I'm not going to sound like, Chaka Khan or whatever, but I have my own style, and that's what I have to give. That's the talent that God gave me to give. And so that's what I bring to the stage. And I've developed that confidence. I just have to be me on stage. I don't have to mimic anyone else.
That's the beauty of being an artist, when you're just like, wait a minute, like, I can just be me.
Right.
They're going to like me or not. Like, you're going to get both either way. So it's like, be me. So what music inspired you when you were growing up?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of the singer-songwriter genre, like Carole King and James Taylor, a lot of that music, because I was a poet, and I guess I still am a poet. But so I would write stuff and stories, and so those songs, Stevie Wonder, those songs that told stories. That is kind of what I grew up listening to.
Okay.
A little bit later, I started listening to more jazz.
Okay, I can see that.
And that's kind of my style. So it kind of combines both of those aspects.
Yeah, because I did hear a lot of rappers, and whether or not this is, because you said we could be inspired by it, but they always say that's kind of like rhythm and poetry. That's kind of what it stands for, right?
Yes.
And so a lot of rappers were poets, because rap is literally telling a story, And so that I always ask, because I know you write in your bio and you're writing all aware that you loved writing poetry when you were younger, and that's something that kind of led into your songwriting, right? So what are big topics? Do you write from things in your real life experiences, or do you just kind of let it flow?
A lot of it is love stories, and some of them might be motivated by real life experience. And sometimes, listening to news radio, I might hear stories. Driving to work, sometimes I would listen to NPR, and I would hear a lot of stories about, struggles and whatnot. So sometimes that would motivate me to write a song. And so, it's usually happy stuff.
Yeah.
I like happy things.
Yeah. So when you perform, do you normally sing your original songs?
That has become more of a requirement that I've made of myself.
Okay.
Because I have this arsenal of music that I've written, and I would record it and put it on a CD, and then I would never perform it. So now every show I've said I have to do at least one original thing. So yes.
Yeah, and you won some awards, right, for your performances? You're singing.
I've won some awards. They have the Black Musical Awards, and I don't know if they've had a show since COVID, but I had gotten a few of those for being Best Jazz Artist. And I got the Dorothy Dandridge Award, which was really nice.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so you're working on your 4th album now, am I correct? Okay. So have you gotten a lot of traction that keeps you going? What motivates you to continue putting out studio albums? Is it for yourself? Is it for the fact that you believe that you want to take this further?
It's mostly for myself. I think that I've not been one to really hardcore promote. I mean, I don't know anything about that. I'm a dermatologist who likes to sing. So I write, I record, and it might be a song here, a song there, because it's not cheap to produce all this stuff. But I haven't come out with anything in a while, but I had, music and in my head, and I was just more motivated to put another project out. And I'm kind of going hardcore press with this one. Yeah. The musicians that I'm working with and the studio and the people that I have mixing it. So I'm really proud of this project. I've been proud of all of them, but this one, I'm just hoping to really do more with it, and try to promote it more, try to absolutely perform it more, because I think that the musicians that I've worked with, Uli Geisendorfer, who is a jazz pianist, and he's an amazing musician. He's helping me produce it, and so I think it's going to be a really great project. I've really kicked it up a notch, and I'm excited about.
That's great
when it's done.
What stands out about this one compared to the other 3 that really makes you be like, this is the one?
I just think the overall musicianship. I think it's very commercial. Okay. And not that the other stuff wasn't, but I think the guidance of the people that are helping me to put it together really taking it a notch higher.
Yeah, so there's a lot more meaning to you, whatever, that you don't have to tell anyone. But artists always have something that means to them, whether they share it or not. And so something special to their heart that they hold with certain songs, certain projects that they do. So yeah. Now that's amazing, though. So where do you normally perform?
Normally, lately I've been at the Gatsby, at Gambit in Henderson. I've performed at Maxon Jazz, the Jazz and Sushi plays, Tap and Ash, which is a cigar lounge in the Arts District.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the Dispensary Lounge, which is also in Henderson. So there's different places.
But very on brand for you. If you're more towards the jazz and you're towards the for your sound, it fits.
Absolutely. And surprisingly, I mean, there's a lot more, it seems, now than before. And I'm a supper club kind of person. I think that really suits my vibe.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're happy, you feel comfortable, your real true self is going to shine when you perform, because this is my crowd, these are my people. I'm sharing these. They're going to be interested in what I sound like, my sound, my songs.
Right.
You can't go, well, you can, but some people are like, oh my God, I feel like this is not the crowd for me. I feel like my performance could have been better, but I felt so uncomfortable and there,
Yeah.
So it all fits. Amazing. So you're working on your album now. Is there a release date for this album?
It's in the mixing stage right now, so we've done all the vocal and music recording. So I'm hoping that it'll be late May, maybe, a June release at that time.
Soon.
Yes.
Very soon.
Yes, very soon.
That's amazing. So you, apart from the singing, so your office is not far from here in our studio.
Correct.
So where can people find? Let's just say, oh my God, I'm looking for a dermatologist as per our audience. Where can they find you?
I do have two locations. One is just down the street at 2410 Fire Mesa, which is off of Smoke Ranch and Tenaya. And then in Henderson, I have an office at Robindale and Pecos.
Okay, so do you not only do more of medical, do you also do cosmetic? That's also probably something that people might ask.
We do both medical and cosmetic.
Okay, that's fantastic. And then your album, do you have any appearance soon? Whether or not the album's out, but do you have any performance that's coming up that you might want to share?
Tomorrow night, I'll be at Gatsby at Gambit in Henderson. And then on May 4th, I'll be at the Dispensary Lounge, and that's on a Thursday night. I think it's about 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad to see you keeping busy, doing everything that Vegas can offer you. You're taking all of it by the reins, which is fantastic. So you should do, because you can try it out here. There's going to be an opportunity for anybody, I'm sure. So I always like to ask this question last, kind of to sum up, because I've noticed every person's answer sums up who they are as a person. And this question is going to be, is there a philosophy that you live by?
Ooh, a philosophy. I don't know. I think that we all have a gift, and while we're here on Earth, it's kind of our job to give that our assignment to give that gift to the universe. And so, while we're here, life is short, and I want to be able to live out whatever my purpose is. And at the end of my years, I don't want to have I should have done that, or I should have done this. I want to be able to say, I gave it a try, whether it was great or whether it wasn't so great, I gave it a try and I did my best.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're doing everything you can, living with no regrets. Taking advantage of all the opportunities you can with all the talents that you have, which is amazing. That's more than a lot of people. I think the hardest step they have to make is that first step, to just do it.
Right.
To just be like, I want to, but. Everyone has a but. Even if it's something that is very norm in society, whether it's like a regular, a job that everyone lives up to. So in comparison to you being a doctor, they're like, yeah, but, it's hard, it's hard, like, you have my steps, right? Even though that's more accepted than if you're going to go around and say, people, I'm trying to be an actor, I'm trying to be this, they would obviously, unfortunately, be like, oh, a doctor is amazing, but they'll look at a singer like, okay, whatever. But regardless of what it is, that first step for many people is the hardest thing to do. But it's the best thing you can do, because once you get in it, you're like, all right, I think I got it.
Right. Just, not having fear, what's the worst can happen? I've gotten on stage and I've had some performances I'm not so proud of, but you even learn from the times that it didn't turn out quite the way that you wanted. And if it's in your heart, you just keep doing it.
Yeah. And that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on the hot seat. I think you're an inspiration to so many people, especially young people that just want to do what you do, kind of look up to you in so many different ways, obviously. You're a strong woman. You got your practice out here. You're educated, but you're also like, no, I have dreams. I want to do things. You can do both. You can be both.
I'm fortunate. Yes. I've been able to do both. Yes.
Yes, that's amazing. So you are going to bless us with a performance after this interview.
Oh,
yes
okay.
Or no? Come to me.
Sure, I can.
So is there anything that can you release what you might be singing after, or do you want it to be a surprise?
Well, I talked a little bit about my mother, and so this is a song that I wrote, and I recorded it once on a previous project, but I'm redoing it, and so I will sing that song about my mother. She's no longer with us, but it's one of my favorite songs that I wrote, so I will do that one.
Fantastic. Well, everyone, Dr. Linda Woodson, please catch up with her. Where can they find you on social media or get in contact with you?
On Facebook and Instagram, it's Ms. Linda Woodson.
Okay, fantastic. And she definitely has a website too, so everyone look out for her, reach out to her. She's amazing, very humble, very, very, very classy vibes. I love this. I feel like you're just such an inspiration. I'm looking to you more of like, oh my God, teach me how to be like you. You're just like, oh, now I feel so unhinged. I'm like, oh my God, you're perfect. Whatever. But anyway, thank you so much for being on the hot seat. Thank you for spending your time coming out here, telling us a little bit about yourself and why you do what you do.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. So everyone stay tuned. She is going to perform this amazing, beautiful song dedicated to her mother right after the break. So don't go anywhere.
This show is brought to you by Michelle Kubiak. If you want to buy or sell a home, call Michelle 702-683-6576.
Trying to buy a home these days is tough. We know. We hear it every day. Home inventory is at an all-time low. It's a seller's market, and cash buyers have the advantage. Recently, cash buyers made up more than a quarter of all home purchases. So, how do you compete with cash buyers and win? By becoming a cash buyer yourself. How do you do that? With New American Funding's Buyer Accepted program. Here's how it works. Buyer Accepted LLC, an affiliated company of New American Funding, will buy your new home with cash and sell it back to you for the original purchase price, plus a service fee that can be added to the purchase price of the home once you secure mortgage financing with New American Funding. This turns you into a cash buyer and helps you win the bidding war. And the best part? You don't need to sell your current home first. Don't miss this opportunity to buy your dream home. Call New American Funding today or visit newamericanfunding.com to learn more about becoming a cash buyer and winning the bidding war.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Faded colors gone too soon. The power of your light sometimes eclipse the harvest moon. Your scent surrounds me, I can tell that you are near, and I remember autumn wind so chilly here. I never thought the day would come, your smile would disappear. A gentle shake awakens me, it's my own unrest, and I remember, I'm really feeling coy today, like shadows marching through a burning ember. And when I start to feel this way, I close my eyes with a smile, and I remember Enter through these doors with caution, guard your every breath, gather what you can of me until there's nothing left. Keep in mind there comes a time all debts have to be paid, but will you have the currency when your colors start to fade? Shelter me within your wings and never let me go until the final cherub sings. If I can keep my mind in the end, I'll remember, I'll remember. I'm really feeling coy today, like shadows marching through a burning ember. And when I start to feel this way, I close my eyes with a smile, and I remember, oh, I remember.
Everyone, that is Miss Linda Woodson. Please, please, please follow her. Please support everything that she does. If you are in need of anything skin, obviously she got you. If you need a performer, a jazz performer, she got you. So everyone look out for her. Thank you so much for being on the hot seat and performing that beautiful song for us. I was feeling the vibe. I don't know about y'all, but I was feeling it. I was like, ooh. Anyway, make sure to stay tuned for the final goodbyes. Thank you so much for watching The Hot Seat with Priscilla, and this is Dr. Linda Woodson.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Welcome to social media shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Hi guys, that was absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. If you're still viewing here, I just want to thank all of you for continuously watching all of our amazing local guests and entrepreneurs. And sometimes we get people from out of state, so it's always an amazing blessing to have them here to share their story, ask them real questions, and then have amazing performances like this that you can only find here on the hot seat, live in studio at social media shows. So I always say this after every show, after every hot seat or striptease, we are always open for sponsors that are willing to sponsor our episodes and the network here that is the amazing social media shows. We put a lot of hard work into building content for different shows, finding what's new, finding what's different, finding people that we really want to have on here to market and to really showcase that we have great talent in this city. You have to look for it because Vegas is not somewhere that you assume that they're here, but if you really look beneath, there are tons of performers here that have been training their whole lives just to have the opportunity to be seen by people like us and people like you. So if you are capable, if you have a movie that you're premiering, you want to show your trailer during our shows, you have an ad that you want to show, a commercial that you want to show, we are always open to having those sponsors, along with people that want to submit to be on any of the shows. There's not just my show, there's tons of shows on this network that have guests come on to be interviewed or maybe have guest hosts. I don't know, but you can always use that same email that I always say to you guys after every show, which is admin@socialmediashows.com. That is the magic specific email that you guys need to write down, replay, rewind, all of those things. That's the key email. All of us here that show our face, apart from our production team, are solely hosts. So we don't control any of the things that go on during or behind the scenes, post-production, booking, scheduling, all of those things. If I reach out to you, if another host reaches out to you, we would love to have you on, but at the end of the day, you will have to put up with our production team, the golden people that book you for our shows. That's going to be a major, major, major email to remember. Any questions that you have, any concerns that you have, anyone that you also want to recruit on, any details that you want to know, it is best to always, always, always go to that email address. And if you're already in contact, respond to that thread. Keep the thread going. Ask them those questions, because as hosts, we do not have any jurisdiction on those things. We're not liable for any of the answers we give you. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I don't have the answers. I'm just here. I show up. I'm cute. I just interview. I do research on you. I'm here, honey. But we're here to meet you. All of us are supportive of you. We support all of you people here in Las Vegas and beyond that want to be a part of this network and to market yourself, because we're here for you. We're supporting you. We want to get you out there, right? Like, so it's absolutely amazing. We do have Instagram, we have Facebook. The hosts have their own thing, but social media shows, that's going to be the place that you want to go to. And always, my name is Priscilla Moy, and you can find me anywhere on my website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever you might be. I am there. If you have questions on how to reach our production team, you can still reach out to me, but I'm still going to push you over to the production team. Okay, I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to push you over to the amazing Marie, and she's going to answer everything that you want to know. So again, this is the Hot Seat. We're here every Wednesday, 3 p.m. PST, live in real time, which no one's doing, in studio. We're here. So we're here for you. You're here for us. Like, share, subscribe, like a true YouTuber, but do that on all platforms. Our website, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can find us anywhere. Just do a little Google search, and you all know my name by now. I'm even wearing a P. Come on. But anyway, I will see you guys next week on The Hot Seat. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and make sure you continue to do your best and keep viewing and sharing and giving us your feedback. So I will see you guys next week.